We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Good morning, Northbound. We're just a few minutes away from our live leadership call, which we do on Mondays. And I really would love to invite you to join our community at go-northbound.com every Monday at 9 a.m. in the morning, Central Standard Time. We have a live call where we encourage each other in leadership and in business and in ministry and in our families. And it's a time to network and just spend time encouraging each other and learning from each other. There's different topics that we address and just also a time to catch up. And I would love it if you joined us. Today, the podcast episode is titled, They're Gonna Get Called. And this podcast episode is kind of built off of something I watched the other day. If you are following, you're in Nebraska, you're a Husker fan, you're definitely following that the Huskers are kind of going through a tough time right now. And that's nothing new, right? Leadership during that time is more important than ever. And so Matt Rhule, the head coach, is at a press conference and they're asking him about, different recruiters and headhunters looking at his guys and maybe trying to poach his guys and pull them somewhere else because of their talent. One of those guys is Emmett Johnson. That was who they were referring to. There's also Dylan Raiola and several others. And so they're asking him, are you concerned about your people getting called? Or do you know that they're getting called? And his response was, and this is not a direct quote, but he basically, I'm paraphrasing, he said, they're going to get called. If we're putting the time and effort into them, if we're coaching them, if they're developing, if they're excelling, if they're doing a good job, if they are performing well, and they're competitive, they're going to get called. His response was that I'm not worried about that. In fact, if they get called, that's a great thing. And that is awesome leadership. And that's a picture of great leadership because we should never be afraid or fearful of our people becoming too good that we lose them, or that they develop too much that we lose them, or that someone else is going. In fact, that is a great thing. You should develop your people so that they become sought after. And each person that works for you should have a personalized development plan. In fact, if you work for somebody else, you should have a personalized development plan. And it's okay to ask for that. A personalized development plan includes on-the-job experience and training, coaching, mentoring, and peer collaboration, and formal training and courses. It can also include additional skills, maybe leadership training, problem-solving training, communication. We could all stand to be better communicators. It must include the promotion of 360-degree feedback. Whether you work for someone else or they work for you, feedback needs to go both ways. And a development plan should align with the organizational goals and should use technology wisely. That means that you should be using technology to help you, not take away from development of your people. You've probably heard of this, but all of this is really referring to what is known as retention paradox. And that is that fear of employees being recruited. Instead of being fearful of them being recruited, be excited about opportunities that come their way if you develop them, if you invest in them, if you champion them and their goals and aspirations. If you do that and you keep your compensation competitive, they'll stick around. And it's not just compensation that should be competitive. It is culture and benefits as well. There are plenty of people out there that are going to stay in their job because they love the culture. Maybe they don't make as much as they would somewhere else, but the culture keeps them there. And that's awesome. If you don't have a plan for people, you are setting yourself and your company up for crisis. There must be a vision, mission, and organizational goals for your company, and those are great. But without personalized development plans for each employee, your vision, mission, and organizational goals probably aren't going to get you too far because they need to be aligned with the people that work for you. God gave everyone different passions, interests, desires. Knowing these and building a plan that encompasses all of that is so key, and it must align with your organizational goals, vision, and mission. So my encouragement for you is don't be fearful of your people becoming too good or getting called or being given other opportunities. Those are great things. Develop your people, encourage them, and build them up and make them, just help them get better every day. All right, be boldly, humbly, confidently. You were created for this. See you, Northbound. You just listened to another episode from the Northbound Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you were encouraged and empowered in leadership. Go lead boldly and humbly. And remember our vision. Elevate your team through Christ-centered leadership. If you want to be a part of our community, just go to go-northbound.com and follow the link and come join us. Follow along with courses and live streams and chats, and maybe even join us for an adventure. We'd love to have you. All of those links are in the description below. Thank you again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. See ya.